All right, hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wake Up. Just doing a video update. It's been a week now since I made my first video about my breaking point with alcohol and me deciding to make the decision to remove alcohol from my life, take my life back from alcohol. I posted that video last Tuesday. Today is Monday, August 11th. So if you haven't seen that video, go watch it. It kind of goes over in detail about what my experience was, what my breaking point was, what I'm doing to quit alcohol. So this video is just to do a follow-up and let you guys kind of know where I'm at after a week and what I'm dealing with, what I'm going through, how I'm feeling, the whole nine. So that's what we're going to get into here. After posting that first video, I do want to say thank you to everybody that reached out to me with all the support from all my friends, family. It was overwhelming. You guys are amazing, and thank you so much for all the support. It really has helped. It meant a lot to me, so I just want to say that. Over this past week has been really tough, to be honest with you guys. It's been really tough. Wanted to update you guys. So the person that's holding me accountable on a lot of things and actually has been there for me through this whole week is my younger sister. And we have had numerous talks, conversations via text and on the phone. Hard talks, you know. One thing about her, she can be honest, brutally honest. And, you know, I'm taking it, you know. She let me know some things, ways people perceived me while I was drinking, you know, things I didn't realize, things I didn't know, especially about my relationship with my son. I had no idea how he felt about everything. And apparently he had been going to my sister from time to time and saying things, you know, that I didn't know, you know, that he felt I was choosing alcohol and hanging out over him, and he wished I would choose him more. And I just didn't understand that that's how he was feeling. You know, so hearing that really hit me, really hurt me, because I love my son, and I'm going to do my best to get better for him, for me, to continue to get alcohol and this poison out of my life, so it doesn't affect and ruin relationships like it has and like I've let it do over the years. But yeah, so just in dealing with all that, really looking at myself, my relationship with alcohol. I've spent a lot of time doing that. But honestly, it's been the hardest and the most emotional that I've been in a long time, if not ever. This last week has just been crazy. Just feeling a lot of emotions, like a lot of emotions at the same time. Feeling angry with myself, blaming myself, feeling very depressed, very sad that I had let it get this far and let it do these things in my life, you know, missing people, you know, my woman, you know, missing her terribly, and just not being able to do anything about it is one of the hardest things. But the only thing that I can do is focus on myself and bettering myself. And that's what I'm doing. But like I said, this past week, I would cry out of nowhere constantly, and just really unraveling a lot of emotions and things that have been hidden in the background, but have been there, that needed to be addressed and needed to be looked at. So also another thing I've been doing is a lot of research on alcohol, how to quit alcohol, watching a lot of other people's stories on YouTube and stuff like that, and that's been really helpful. It's starting to change my perspective on alcohol, and in all the stories and people's stories that I've watched, you know, they all kind of say the same thing. It's like, hey, you know, alcohol takes a hold of you, you don't realize it, and you think you're in control, you're not. You know, it's just bad, and you're not going to stop unless you finally hit that breaking point. You know, you finally have a moment where the pain of what you're dealing with is greater than the perceived benefit that you get from alcohol. Because really, alcohol doesn't do anything. It just numbs you for a little while, but then everything's still there underlying, you know? Um, so it's been tough dealing with all these truths about myself and reconciling them, you know, in myself. So just an emotional week. But yeah, and in doing that research, you know, I'm starting to realize that alcohol just is bad. It's just my perception of it is changed. I don't feel like I'm missing out if I don't drink anymore, if that makes sense. You know, the way I'm perceiving it is I'm associating it more with pain and negativity rather than its positive perceived benefit, if that makes sense. So the fact that I can identify that, you know, and realize that that's what it is, it's amazing, and it's been helpful watching these YouTube videos and others. So that's why I'm glad I'm making this, and hopefully others will see this, and you know, I can help move that message further along for other people as well. Wanted to do an update on my allowance days. If you didn't watch my last video, so I'm quitting alcohol, but I'm doing it gradually. I'm kind of weaning off of it. What I'm talking about now is my first week of wean off. I'm going to do a wean off period for 3 weeks, and then I'm going to go. And with that wean off period, it's allowance of 2 days a week, for Tuesdays and Fridays, and then you know, weekend Saturday. So, you know, like if I want during the week on Tuesday, I can have a max of 3 tall beers. Friday, 3 tall beers. Saturday, I can have 4 because usually I would drink more on the weekends anyway. But just to update you guys on my days that I was allowed to drink, I did for the first week drink on all of the days. So the first day was Tuesday, and I went to the store. I grabbed a 3-pack of Coors Light, tall cans. And, you know, at that point on Tuesday, that was a really rough day. I was very, very emotional on that day. I was very down, very depressed. Went and got the beers, started having the beers, and, you know, like I said, for a minute, you know, yeah, I mean, it maybe made me feel a little bit better, like not as depressed or something. But then as soon as the beers were gone, I was depressed. And I'm going to be honest, I wanted to go to the store. I wanted to grab a 4th one. And I was fighting it. But what I was able to do was I was able to ask myself really, like, why do I want to go get another one right now? Like, why does it feel so important for me to go and get another beer? And I stopped, I thought about it, and I was like, well, what are you feeling? And I was like, I'm feeling very depressed, very down on myself. You know, and I found myself that pattern where I'm like, I'm trying to mask it with more alcohol, you know? So in recognizing that, I was able to just say, you know what? No, I'm not going to let alcohol win. So what I did was I grabbed my 49er cup, filled up with water and ice, put some electrolyte powder juice in there, and had that. And you know what? That was fine. It was, you know, I stuck to my limit. And I was able to drink my electrolyte drink and, you know, get through it. And I was very proud of myself for that. So, you know, I think that shows taking back a lot of control, being able to limit just out the gates the first week. Another triumph this week on Friday. So every other Fridays is usually a scheduled day to go to my brother's house. Like my brother, you know, he's married, got kids, and doesn't go out a lot, you know, so we go hang out in the garage, watch sports if there's sports on, and talk and hang out. And, you know, I'd usually drink over there with a buddy, you know. My brother doesn't drink, but he had quit, I think a little over a year ago, quit drinking. But my buddy does and I do. So we would sit there and we would have probably 3-4 tall cans, you know, while we're hanging out. And I knew that was coming, and I hadn't really talked to my buddy about my position on alcohol anymore, you know, coming up, and how it's going to be different. And I knew I had to do that. Unfortunately, my brother had to cancel the hangout because he had to work. But then my buddy hit me up and was like, hey, let's hang out. And so I talked to him on the phone, and I let him know kind of where I'm at. And he was supportive. He came by the house. It was a hot day. And, we were hanging out in the pool and we talked, and I let him know where I'm at with it. And I said, dude, I can have some beers, but this is my limit. I'm not going to drink all night with you. I just can't do it. And in talking to him, he said, no, not he said, but I told him, I said, well, but, I can have my limit. Maybe I need this test anyway. I said, if I have my limit while we're here, if you want to go to the bar later, I can go with you. I can maybe have a non-alcoholic beer or something. So what he said to me was very awesome. And he said, you know what? I'm going to do it with you. He said, we'll drink what the limit is. And if we want to go to the bar, we'll go and drink non-alcoholic beers and hang out at the bar, just try to have a good time. And I said, you know what? Yeah, I want to do that test. So we had the limit of the 4, and we went to the bar. We went out. I sang karaoke. I had some non-alcoholic beers. Chatted with some folks that I know over there, and after a while, I just realized I didn't want to be there anymore, and I didn't want to spend money on non-alcoholic beer. So I was able to just say, you know what, I'm done. I'm going home. I'm gonna be okay. So I went home and I stuck to my limit. I was able to do that, but I was very happy to have the support of my friend in doing that. So Friday did do that. Saturday, he had stayed the night. So then Saturday we woke up, and then had the limit again on Saturday. And that was it. And, I was able to stick to my limits the whole time. So, I feel very positive about that. I feel like it's showing that I can take back control. It was part of my plan to wean off. But what I can tell you is, because of the confidence that I'm building just in this 1 week, tomorrow's Tuesday. It's going to be another allowance day, but I'm thinking I'm gonna make it through this next week without doing an allowance day. So I didn't drink yesterday, nothing today, and I'm not going to drink anything today, and I don't think I'm going to drink anything tomorrow, even though it's my allowance day. So I haven't really had too bad of side effects from going multiple days without drinking. It's not bad. I mean, a little bit of tummy issues, a little bit of bathroom stuff. Sleeping has been tougher. I don't know if that's because of just maybe not drinking for a few days, or if just a lot of stuff on my mind, and keeping me up at night. I'm sure that's it too, because again, this whole week I've been pretty emotional. So, but usually getting to bed around 1 o'clock, it's hard to fall asleep. That's what I'll say about that. So nothing too crazy as far as withdrawals or side effects yet. And I'm not really sure if I'm gonna have crazy withdrawals or side effects, So, yeah, I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling good about not drinking this entire next week. So I think I'm going to make that my goal. Even though I had set a structured plan, I think I'm just going to go through the week and just see what it's like, see what, if anything does happen as far as withdrawal symptoms. So that's the updates on my allowance days. Again, I want to thank my sister, Holly. She's been amazing dealing with me, texting her here and there throughout the day, and offering words of encouragement, and making sure that, I'm okay and that I'm staying on track. So I really, really appreciate her for that, and everybody else too that has reached out to me via social media and private messaging and stuff like that. Really, it's amazing to have you guys. So I appreciate that. Some positive things that I'm doing. So I don't have insurance right now. I think I'm going to sign up for Medi-Cal today, if I can, and get some insurance. I do want to start going to therapy to work through some of my past traumas and emotions and things of that sort, so I can be healthier mentally. But one thing that I did do is I signed up, and this video isn't sponsored by this or anything like that. So I just came across it. I've been seeing it for, probably the last months or so, as scrolling on Facebook. It's called the Liven app for mental health. So I signed up on that. Was that like 2 days ago? Just barely started using it, but it helps you track your mood. It helps you. It has you take a test and it gives you a lesson plan on different things like past trauma and your responses, relationships, just understanding your emotions, your mental capacity to deal with your emotions, ways and techniques to do those things. So I've been going through some of that the last couple of days. It allows you, like I said, to log your mood. You can say it allows you to say what you think is causing this mood. You can write down what you're thinking, almost like journaling. So I've been doing that to understand why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. And so far, so good. It's been really helpful. So that's one thing I'm doing on top of everything else to really stay connected and understand myself emotionally, and be able to handle things better and just be overall in better mental health. Other thing that's positive right now is I'm going to be starting a job on Wednesday. So I will be starting a job. It's a commission-only sales job, which is where I come from. So just to have something for now while I continue to look and search for another job that would be better suited for me. But the plan there too is I'm going to look into some classes, some certifications for sales and management that can make me more desirable hiring wise for those positions. So I'm going to be improving my resume that way for now, and just moving forward in overall health, happiness, trying to better my life for myself and my son, and just make amends with everybody that I can, and better, just be all around better and healthy, and really continue this journey of not drinking and self-realization. So I appreciate all you guys being a part of this with me. If hearing any of this helps you, let me know. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Let's have a discussion around all these things. We're all human. We all experience things in different ways. We all cope with things and handle things in different ways. And sometimes some of the things that we learn along the way are just not the right way. They're not healthy ways. And sometimes it takes an event in our lives to wake us up and for us to realize what we need to do to move forward and be the best person that we can be. And that's really what I'm about, what this journey's about. And that's what I want to help you guys with through using my experience. So thanks again, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button or comment. We'll talk. So right now it is Monday, August 11th. I'm going to go through this week, like I said, with new confidence in myself and my ability to not drink, and hopefully don't drink at all this week, and accelerate my plan, to get fully sober for at least 30 days. And then at the end of that 30 days, hopefully stay sober, and not ever let it get out of control again, So that's where I'm at, guys. But thanks for watching. Appreciate you. And I will be updating again after this next following week. Take care. Bye.